Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Physician Healer. I'm Dr. Celeste Amaya. I'm an integrative physician. I merge Eastern healing methods with Western medicine, and together allowing the body to thrive higher than it normally does. So today I just wanted to, before I do a quick dive into today's topic, which is the power of our thoughts, I wanted to do a quick reminder. If you've enjoyed my videos, please remember to put the alert on, which is the little bell. Just click that on and you'll get all the alerts of the new episodes that come out. Make sure you click the like button, comment with any questions or what you found was very helpful for you that has changed your life. And also remember to share and subscribe and get others to subscribe if you feel that my content offers valuable information for the people you care about. Also, if you have the time, go and check out my substack.com newsletter blog. It is substack.com. You can also get the phone and Android app for Substack, and so you will get all the alerts of the new episodes, new newsletters and blogs that come out as well. And make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, comment directly on the Substack newsletter itself to let me know what you want to see more of, if you have any questions about any health issues or otherwise that you have. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and begin talking about the power of thinking, the power of our thoughts. Much of the time, I don't believe we really sit down and think about the ramifications of the things we think about. A lot of times we tend to zone out. I know I do, where you just sit there and maybe it's been a long day and you're just sitting there and you just allow the mind to wander. But know that wherever the mind wanders, you're actually having mental activity. And I know that there is a differentiation in a lot of the literature that I've read. There's a differentiation between mental activity and actual thinking. Thinking involves a sustained focus on a particular topic. Mental activity is simply, what do I want to eat for lunch, dinner? I think I'll just veg out. I think I just feel bad. I just feel tired. That really doesn't constitute as thinking. However, many of us are never taught, we don't know, that whatever is in our mind has absolute impact on our daily lives. For instance, during the last week or 2 weeks, with a lot of folks coming to me, my clients are asking, I've had something going on for a while. What do you think the likelihood of my coming out of this, ever? And let's say, take the example of, having, severe knee pain and been having that for a long time, or severe back pain, neck pain, whatever's going on. Or even just generalized weakness for some time, fatigue, and no one can find out what's going on. And let's say they've lived with it for quite some time. It could be months, it could be years, most of the time. And I have to ask them, it sounds like a very simple question, but I ask them, how do you really want to feel? How do you want to feel? What is your goal? And if you did achieve feeling 100%, let's say you didn't have the back, the neck, the back, the neck, the knee pain anymore, the hip pain, you didn't have fatigue, you didn't have, feelings of, weakness, what would you be doing? What can you see yourself doing? And then that's when everyone draws a blank. I usually get the answer, I don't know. I just want to feel better. And I want to kind of bring you guys to this attention that if you don't have an end goal, if you're too vague, it's hard to know how the body is going to change and how it's going to evolve to transform to make you get to where you need to be. Just saying, I just want to feel better. The body needs it's a GPS system. It needs to have a destination that you've logged in. Now, you have to know that sometimes we don't know when. Sometimes there are detours that we make, but you have to have a general idea of if you get to the place where you want to be, why is it that you want to get there? Because if we have compelling reasons, that really kind of draws us in. It gives us that level of motivation to accomplish what we need to accomplish. So I wanted to bring to you an example. I had someone last week, end of last week, a gentleman who said, you know, I've been trying to lose weight for a long time. And I said, well, how long is a long time? Well, he's like, kind of all my life, but let's just say the last, 15, 18 years or so. And I've tried every diet. I've, tried to work out. I have a few times lost the weight I wanted to lose. I got to my goal weight, but then, I just kind of gained it all back. And I just wanted to know, if I could do something else that's more permanent. And I asked him, how much weight did you want to lose? And he said, well, I don't know. I just want to lose weight. I said, but no, do you have a goal mark? Do you have a weight that you want to be, or the number of pounds you wish to lose? And he thought about it for a moment. He kind of looked around, and you can tell he was thinking, and just, he said, I don't know. I don't know. He says, maybe I'll just lose 3 or 4 now. And I said, well, try to go home and think about it. And I'm being serious here. Get out a piece of paper and think about whether or not you have a goal weight that you wish to reach or achieve, or if you have a number of pounds that you wish to lose per week, per month, for the year. Have some kind of goal, have some kind of specificity. And secondly, write down the reasons. And he said, well, I don't know what you mean. I said, for instance, if you lost the weight, what could you do more of? What kind of activities would you, do more biking? Would you do more hiking? Would you actually take the trip that you've actually kind of postponed because you couldn't move around as easily? Be thinking about those things. And what he said to me was he never thought about answering any of those questions. He just had this idea that, well, I just want to be thinner. I just want to lose the weight and everything's going to be just perfect. I said, well, go home and have some goals and then come back. And so he's kind of, working on it right now. But what I want to stress to you, the importance is if you have some kind of idea of how you want to change, just to, make life better, whatever the case is, be as specific as you can. And then followed by, what would you do differently than what you're doing now if you actually reached whatever goal you want to reach? And remember, we're not looking for specificity because, oh my gosh, I got to get there. And if I don't get there, that's just not going to work out. It gives you a GPS. It's like getting into a car. Well, I'm going to go out. Where? Well, you need direction. Or do you want to go, do you want to go to the mountains? Do you want to go to the beach? Do you want to, drive into the woods? You have to have some kind of destination, or you don't know where to start driving the car. You'd be driving east and you're wanting to go west. You drive north and you want to go south. So it's the same with where we want to go. Most importantly, when the mind and the body work together, they do need some sort of guidance. They need some kind of direction. And the more specific you can be, the more you actually have some measure of focusing also the will to actually focus that image in your mind so you don't sway, you don't go here, go there, and you kind of lose where you are. You always have sort of a mental direction, a destination. So without further delay, I hope that helps you. And again, if you have any questions on how to really do this method, or how to go about getting this started, how do you write your gratitudes and things like that, please leave me a message in the comments and I will do my best to answer all of them. Okay, so we're ready now. I'm going to go ahead and just do a really brief session, just sitting with you, doing some meridian meditation and allowing you to just unwind and just gather together some strength today, and kind of use this moment to release all the negativity that you've had over the week, over the last 2 weeks. Release some of the heaviness, some of the things that you wanted to work out a certain way and it didn't. Just to be able to take a moment to surrender into what is. And a reminder that whatever you perceive, it makes the thing so. So remember again, nothing is good or bad. Nothing is happening to you. Things aren't even happening sometimes for you. Things happen through you because you happen to be there. Life happens. And if you happen to be there and you judge it a certain way, then that becomes a perceived positive or negative event. Things are really just neutral. The reason why things are not bad or good until you think about it is because you can have 5 people looking at the same thing, and each of the 5 people will tell you whether or not they felt that was a bad thing, good thing, and they're all not going to be the same. And with that example, you can kind of figure out what I'm saying is true. So try to look at things without labeling them, without judging them. There are some things that are going to feel unpleasant. And I usually will just remind people, you just say, well, gosh, that really wasn't what I expected, but I wonder if this is something here that I can learn from. And what you end up doing is you end up taking control. So instead of being the victim of the situation, you start to take control over it. And that tends to make something seem lighter. It makes something, go smoother. Remember that many times, and I'm sure every one of you can think of an incident where something at that moment seemed really negative, really terrible, and you're thinking, how am I going to get over this? And then you'll have a few days, a few weeks, sometimes a few years have passed, and you look back, and then you say to yourself, gosh, I was just thinking, remember we thought it was such a bad thing? But it turned out if that bad thing didn't happen, if that thing didn't happen altogether, we wouldn't really be in this situation, and this is just so much better than how it was. It's like that. Again, Kyle Cease says a lot of the times, we need to move forward through intuition. We move forward to grow, but you'll never see what is in the future because the future hasn't come yet. But you move forward, and each time you take that step, a new step shows its, it lights up, shows its way to you. And then as you take that step, then the next one shows. And that's why a lot of people are very much timid in terms of moving forward with what they want to do, whether it's to get better, how do I take steps to feel better and get better and to be of optimal health. There is always a mindset of a pre-programming that sends them, pulls them back and just says, let's not be disappointed. We know where we have been. We know how we have felt. Why don't we just kind of mull around here? But that's where you don't grow, but that's not even the point. Where it is you are that you're not growing from, you actually begin to disintegrate because the world around you moves. The world around you changes and progresses. Even if you choose to stand still, you really have no control. You're not standing still. You're going backwards. And so with that, I hope you guys have a really, really good week. Much blessings to you guys. So let's go ahead and find a comfortable place. Go find a place that's quiet, comfortable for you, and just sort of sit up or lie down. Doesn't matter. You can always replay this at a later time. So go ahead and find a comfortable place and just sit quietly, sit up, and then just close your eyes gently. And if you've watched any of my videos previously, or if you've read any of my blogs, then you know all the meridian access tapping points. If they are not familiar to you, I encourage you to visit my other YouTube videos and visit my Substack blog just to get more information and to become more familiar with these points that I'm using. All right, so go ahead and close your eyes and just allow yourself to settle into the space where you're at. And just take a moment and feel yourself breathing. And this is the way we ground ourselves, to be in the moment. Take a moment to feel the heartbeat. Take a moment to feel the body moving as you're breathing. Feel the clothing that touches parts of your skin. Just be aware. Be aware of where you're sitting. Be aware of how your legs feel and your arms feel, how your neck and your head feels. Take a moment and just be aware of your surroundings. That you're sitting inside this huge space. Allowing yourself the permission to hold this space. And then to let it go and release yourself into the space of the present time, which is right now, that we're together right now. And when you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and have you begin taking a deep, slow inhale. You can do this one of two ways. You can either use your nose and just inhale slowly through the nose, taking about 5 to 7 seconds to do so. Or you can breathe in, inhale through pursed lips. So your lips will be somewhat closed, and you can hear yourself breathe in, but it slows the air movement down so you can count effectively to 7 while you're breathing in, so it doesn't go too fast. So it'll be sort of like this. And that's probably more than 7 seconds. And then when you release, same thing. So there's approximately 7 seconds there. If you can slow the breathing down through the inhale through the nostrils by somewhat controlling the muscles around the nostrils, that works too. And some people are able to do it. Sometimes I'm able to do it as well. Sometimes I can. So it would be sort of like counting 7 and then release. Counting 7 seconds. Now, a lot of people ask me, what do I mean by following the breath? With your eyes closed, you can visualize through your mind, tracking the breath from the outside, through the nostrils or through the lips, going through the body, through the air, the windpipes, and you follow that air all the way down into the belly. This ensures that you draw in a very slow, thorough, complete, deep breath in. When you do so, to go into more detail, you can then imagine your belly is expanding outwards as you breathe in. As you exhale, you will visualize the air not only coming out slowly out into the ether, but you're also allowing yourself to visualize that your belly is being actively pushed back towards the spine. So I know it seems like there's a lot of mental work, but there isn't. You just have to practice and just do the best you can. There's no right or wrong. These are just merely suggestions. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a couple of breaths. Breathe in 7 seconds, 5 to 7 seconds, and follow that breath all the way down to the belly. And release. Breathe in again. And release. Now I'm going to invite you to breathe very softly, very quietly. Breathe very gently. And just allow your body and your mind to feel the connection, the spirit to feel the connection, to feel grounded here in the here and now. Take a moment and to just notice the ambient sounds. If you're indoors, it could be the motor of the refrigerator. It could be a clock that's running. It could be the AC, the fan. And just to get an idea and to let yourself know that these sounds are here with you. If you pay attention to the sounds outside, you may hear cars driving, you might hear a horn, you might hear kids running around. You might hear a dog bark, a door close. Know that those sounds are with you and just part of the space. And just begin thinking about the words peace, love, and joy, and what those mean to you at this moment. And if I asked you about listing 3 things you're grateful for right this moment, what would those 3 things be? What are those 3 things that make you really happy at this moment? Something you're really grateful for. Like, I'm grateful that I'm able to sit here. I'm grateful for this quiet. I'm grateful for this peace. I'm grateful for just feeling so much love from the people around me, love that I can give out to people. I'm grateful that I can hold a pen. I'm grateful that I know how to eat, I know how to see, I know how to look at the sky, count the clouds, smell the flowers, whatever it is for you. Think of 3 things that really kind of get you real joyful, real happy, and brings you that level of peace. And then go ahead now and get started. And I'll invite you to access the chest points And go ahead and just gently apply repetitive pressure or tapping. And again, you could tap here at the notch. You can go forward closer to the breastbone, closer to the collarbone. Or you can actually just do a circular motion as well, whatever's comfortable for you. So I'm going to go ahead and begin. I give my body permission, and I invite my body to connect with my mind and spirit at this moment. And through the connection, I'm always reminded that we're connected not only to the elements that make us who we are, but we are connected to everything and everyone all around us. We're connected to things much more vast than we can ever imagine. But also, we're connected not only to things that we know, but we're connected to things that we don't know, but that we may come to know. And so as we release gently into the space of the present time, as we breathe into the present moment and allow for the space to be recognized, we give our bodies, our minds, our spirit permission to surrender into the space, to let go, to release. Release the heaviness that we've experienced during this week. Release the heaviness we've experienced during the day, the evening, the morning, wherever you guys might be. Just letting it all go, giving permission for the mind and the body to do so. Just letting it all go, just release and surrender to what it is now. Nothing is bad, nothing is good, things just are. Allow yourself to feel that, to flow forward with a sense of ease and no effort at all. Go ahead and change the meridian point to the brow, which is right in here, using one or both. I'm going to go ahead and use both sides. As I allow myself to come into coherence, the coherence between my mind, body, and spirit, I am made aware that there is just this moment, and all things are possible in the now, that there is no past and there is no future, but what I decide now becomes my future, and with every decision, every thought I make, that changes my future. Go ahead and switch the point to the corner of the eye, and go ahead and do one or both hands. As I allow myself to come into coherence, I give my body permission to gain strength, to heal, to restore, to regenerate into a balanced state. I release the things that feel heavy. I release the things that give me fear and worry. I release the things that no longer serve me and allow myself to just simply flow forward without effort. Go ahead and change the meridian point to under the eye at the top of the cheekbone, one side or both sides. As I allow myself to settle into the space, I am aware that I am the love, the joy, the peace that I seek. I realize that there is nothing to get and there is nothing to chase. Everything I need, all my answers, all the solutions are here now with me. I will allow myself to surrender to a higher power, whether that be God, spirit, energy, source, or higher intelligence. I surrender to a power that's greater than I am to give me the solutions and answers that I seek at this moment. And I will surrender and listen and to allow for guidance to flow through me. Go ahead and change the meridian point to under the nose, above the upper lip, and begin gently tapping here. As I allow myself to feel the freedom of being connected, I allow myself to remember always to release the things that no longer serve me, that nothing is good and nothing is bad, that things just really are. I am light, I am love, I am joy, and I am peace. My life is filled with things I am grateful for. And every day I list them. Every day I think about them. All the gratitudes are with me now. I live and breathe in all that I'm grateful for. Go ahead and change the meridian point to under the lower lip at the dip and begin gently tapping here. As I allow myself to breathe further into the space, I allow my heart space to expand and allow that warmth to flow gently through me, unhindered. I allow more light to flow through me, more peace, more joy, more light. But as I open into myself, I realize that I have a light that shines very brightly, for I am spirit, I am light, I can create things, for I am original, I am unique and I am special, and it is said that there is no such thing as an extra human. We are all needed and we all have a purpose, and I allow the purpose to flow through me. I am not here to seek that purpose out, but to just allow all things of the greater good to flow through me. I will now go ahead and change the meridian point to the blade of the hand and begin gently tapping here. Either hand is fine. You can change out if you like, or just stay with the same hand. As I realize that all judgment, all labels are merely illusions, I release them into the space. I do not need to be a specific way or a certain way. I know that in order for the purpose to find me, to flow through me, I must know who I am. So I allow myself to be guided, to follow through with time. I allow God, space, source, higher intelligence, spirit, to guide me so that the purpose, my visions, my goals, they flow gently through me so that I may experience my true self, my identity, my authenticity, that I will feel and know this is who I am. And I embrace this and I am grateful. Go ahead now and change the meridian point back to the chest point. I release myself into the space and allow myself to flow in lightness. I allow my body to remain light and to be lighter and lighter as the day goes on. And as the days turn to weeks, months, and years, I give my body permission to remain light and to always remain healing, to be in alignment and unification for all time. I am enough. I am more than enough as I am. I have enough, and I have more than enough at all times. I can feel myself breathing. I can feel my heartbeat. I am here now. I am aware. I am grateful that I exist. I am grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful for everything and nothing at all. I'm grateful for just being grateful. Go ahead and change the meridian point back to the blade of the hand. And again, begin gently tapping here. And as I begin to allow my body to relax and release tension from head to toe, I begin to release slowly all the tension on top of my head, tension on my forehead, release the tension off my eyelids and the tissues around both eyes, release the tension off my face, my neck, my throat, release the tension off my shoulders, my upper arms, lower arms, release the tension off my wrists, hands, and fingers. Switch the tapping point back to the other hand, the other blade. I release further tension from my chest, my abdomen, inside and outside, releasing all tension from my skin, muscles, tissues, my organs, glands, and all the cells. I release further tension from my thighs, my shins, my knees, my calves, my ankles, and my toes. I allow my body to go into deep states of relaxation and to go deeper each and every time, allowing my entire body to be placed in a very healthy state of being. Go ahead and change the meridian point back to the chest and begin tapping here gently. As I allow my body to go into deep states of relaxation so that it has time to heal and to restore into a balanced state, to allow vibrancy and resilience to restore themselves into my body. I allow my mind to take me to my perfect place of peace, beauty, love, and joy. And there I stay, gathering together all the people I love and those who love me back. I gather together my favorite mountains, my favorite trees, flowers, favorite bird songs, my favorite waterways, whether they be lakes, rivers, creeks, the beach, the streams, the quiet woods, whether it's just sitting by myself in reflection, feeling a deep sense of contentment, gathering together my favorite seasons of the year. Is it fall? Is it winter? Is it summer? Or is it spring? What do I think about when I think about activities and happiness and fun? Is it outdoors or is it indoors? Is it daytime or nighttime or a little bit of all of that? I gather together my favorite conversations, just favorite people, favorite times of solitude, even the smell of the rain upon the sweet earth when it's just started, the feel of sand, soil, grass underneath my toes as I squish into them. And when I come out in the early morning, the evening, and if I just take a deep inhale, what would I smell? What would I be thinking about during my times of quiet and my times of peace? What would I be thinking about when I'm with people I love and we're having a wonderful time? Favorite fragrances, favorite foods, favorite hobbies and activities, the different sounds. Really immerse all of your senses and bring that close to you. I allow myself to remember that I am in every grain of sand and every drop of water. That every time I look at a flower and I think, oh, how beautiful, I will remember I am seeing my own reflection. For I cannot see beauty in other things if I do not see beauty in myself. I'm grateful for everything. I'm just happy to be here. Go ahead now and take a very, very slow deep breath in through your nose and go for 7 seconds. And release. Go ahead and now relax both hands. Breathe in. And let it out. And breathe in again slowly. And again, track that breath all the way down to the belly. And visualize breathing in a lot of brightness into every cell of the body. And sigh it out. And feel the leftover heaviness, whatever's left, just going away. Breathe in again. And release. And just breathe very quietly and very gently with me as I sit here for a little while with you, allowing yourself once more to feel the space that is around you, to gently check into the ambient noises, the motor of the refrigerator, the clock, perhaps the fan or the air conditioning. Perhaps there are voices running outside the hallway or outside, cars moving, dogs barking, kids are playing. Just spend a moment focusing, being aware. And then bring into your mind another 3 things, perhaps even 5 things that you're grateful for. Right now, I'm so grateful for. Right now, I'm just so happy that. And begin picturing yourself just having so much energy. I'm so grateful I have so much energy. And just remember, the more thoughts, excuse me, the more thoughts you can bring to yourself in terms of things you see yourself doing, things you want to feel, things you want to be. Those things are important. And just bring them into your mind's eye. And the body, as it is a faithful servant, will follow that. So picture yourself running, jumping, laughing, feeling great, feeling energetic. Think about those times when you're just filled with so much love. You close your eyes, you're just feeling so much peace and so much contentment. Times when you just kind of look around, people are talking, and all of a sudden you kind of separate yourself and you say, wow, life is just so good. Life is really, really good. Those feelings, bring them on. And again, if you notice perhaps something just a little bit negative or a little bit unpleasant that you feel, just say, welcome. How can I help you? Are you here to teach me something? Be friendly. Is there a lesson that I have to learn here? Are you here to help me grow? Remembering that everything that comes into your path, everything comes to you to help you grow. We may not realize it at that moment until it comes to pass. So keep to a lot of positive thoughts. Keep to a lot of things that you want to feel. Feel them now. And allow the body to catch up. Be persistent in what you want, how you want to feel. And again, just think about all the different things right now you're grateful for. Things, people, circumstances, situations, events. List them as if someone were asking you. Pretend it's a contest. The winner is going to be the one that lists the most things they're grateful for. Breathe in again through your nose. Breathing in all that brightness. And sigh it out. Breathe in again. And let it out. And when you feel called to, just gently begin to stretch out the fingers. Gently stretch out and wiggle your toes. Stretch out your arms and your legs. And as soon as you're ready, go ahead and gently open your eyes very slowly. And just spend a moment staring straight, just staring. Allow your body to gently unwind and to release into the space. Allow your body to just gently come into this moment. And then just continue throughout the day or the evening. You know, if it's the evening for you, remember to write your 8 to 10 gratitudes and spend some moments to feel each and every one of them. The strongest things we have, our abilities, is our imaging, our imagination, our ability to visualize. Through the visualization, our feelings, our emotions come into play, which anchor whatever we wish to happen for us as part of a change. It makes it happen faster. And there's more certainty that it will happen however you want your future to look like and to be. Anchor emotions into that. If it's the daytime and you haven't had a chance to do it now. Get out a piece of paper, get out your journal, begin writing your 8 to 10 gratitudes, and spend a few moments just closing your eyes, saying the gratitude. I'm feeling so happy today. I'm just feeling so grateful because of this, because of that. And just really kind of get into it and just really feel it. And you'll find that the day goes smoother. The days ahead, the weeks ahead, they become smoother, almost magical when you actually stop to think about it. Allow this to be a part of your life. And so without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and say thank you. Be sure to like this video if you found this helpful in any way. Remember to subscribe. Remember to hit the alert bell. Remember to comment, share it with others so we can keep this tutorials going. Be sure to check out my Substack.com blog under Physician Healer. Under Substack.com, there's an app you can get on your phone or Android now that just kind of pops up when my new issues are available. So until next time, I wish all of you just a lot of things coming to your life that you're grateful for, and to be able to recognize that and to remember those things. So many times we kind of let present circumstances, life, dictate how we feel. And we forget that we have the power to initiate how we want to feel and have the body come and meet us at that point. So take over that. And when you find that there are certain times you're just not feeling quite right and you're feeling a little bit off, immediately stop and just list 5 different things real fast. I'm really grateful for this. I'm really happy for this. I'm really grateful for this too and that. And once you start basically pushing the negative stuff out of your mind and you bring the positive things, you'll start to switch the mood. But also remember the importance of spending 30, 40 minutes or 60 minutes a day minimum. Sit in reflection, sit in meditation. That's really the time when you release. You're free to cry it out. You're free to let the emotions run wild. You're free to allow the trash in the mind to just find its way out. So that's the time when you can actually see some of the unpleasant things, and that's a time where you don't stop them. You let them come out. These are not things coming in. I've said this over and over again in previous blogs and YouTube tutorials. When you see things that are unpleasant as you're sitting in meditation, they are things leaving. They are not things coming in. So I hope this has been really fun for you and helpful for you. And again, much love and gratitude to all of you. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you. So until next time, have a fantastic week and tune in next week. Bye-bye. Thank you.